what prison is this that he's in? That's cool. And it's just full of Florida men. That's great. I was watching. I'm sorry to cut you off, Brant. It's just because I was watching it like 10 minutes before this. I was watching this thing about a Florida man named John Bula, who like. Oh, can you hear that? That's the music that I put on. Yeah, why don't you just... Oh, here. Yeah, you are Baked Alaska. You're the most Baked Alaska out of everyone in this group. Well, okay, so before we get off topic too much, this guy named John Bula put up. I was reading his Cuban Farms thread, and this guy was great. He put up he did his own love quest, like Chris Chan love quest, where like he put up a sign and a Craigslist post and said like over and over, I'm not gay, and I'm looking for somebody like a mommy that will I can't remember. It was really great shit. But my favorite thing that he did was in the Craigslist post, he also says that in order to get rid of the demons, he shits in Tupperware and then fucks it because the demons don't like to be fucked, and shitting in the Tupperware actually expels the demons. And that's what I imagine. I imagine like all the prisoners in Louis Theroux's documentary like that. That was my tangent. Look up John Bula. Look up John Bula. There you go. That's what that's all somebody had to say in this documentary. Like all somebody had to say was you're a British faggot. That's all they had to say in this documentary, but nobody. No. Yeah, you'd think. No, they consistently shit the bed on every single chance to insult Louis. Like he makes them look. I mean, obviously it's the best cuts. Maybe they had some good jabs in there, but I don't know. Yeah, the America First bitch part where he's like, "You're the bitch. That's the worst of all possible outcomes. You look like the bitch." And I don't know. That was the most savage roast. I feel like that was pretty great. That's the worst of all possible outcomes. You are the bitch.
Kinds of people and just get him to be like, yeah, I guess I fucking stabbed her or whatever, just fucking he has this weird way of just people don't even realize he slid in the borders and just fucking
is that a jab at our border patrol, our brave?
I'm just saying America first, man. That's all I'm saying.
I'm Nick Fuentes, and I think SpongeBob SquarePants should be buff and gay with Patrick.
He really is, like, Nick Fuentes, like, fucking, who the fuck? I'm so surprised that that's the guy that's, like, that popular, you know?
He's like,
I guess, like,
22.
Ben
He looks
Shapiro
like
is
such
also
a
an annoying piece of shit, you know?
I hate that all these fucking neoconservatives are such puny fucking chess nerds. I wanna just fucking coconut their skulls together.
Well,
Yeah,
'cause-
is Nick Fuentes an incel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is an incel.
That's like the whole thing.
Shouldn't that discredit him to a certain extent?
A big-
that he's so obsessed with like fucking this stupid.
Well, that's now. It's
Well,
definitely trickled
unfuckableness.
down to eventually catch
And
up
what
to him.
president? Name a unfuckable president. Like every president slang dick at some point.
Well, that's not even the problem. That like his like I don't know the incel thing is like a problem for his movement in more ways than that. Just because it's like it's not even like he's unfuckable because he says like he just doesn't want to have sex. It's more like he also tells his followers that having sex with women is gay.
Yeah,
and
it's
that
like,
you shouldn't have
women
sex.
suck.
Like he literally says like you shouldn't have sex, but then he's also talking about like declining white birth rates. So it's like,
How-
what are you
How-
supposed to do then? You know.
It's like
man, he's the antichrist we deserve.
Well,
that is-
he's the Mexican child leader of the white race. You know, he's exactly what we needed in 2022.
Part of me really thinks that he's just like a lifer troll. Like this is all a joke to him because like I'm not even saying like people say he's a genius. So I would assume like they listen to him enough that they've occasionally heard him actually say something like interesting or profound. Or everybody who's listening to this is retarded. That's a hard one for me to believe though. I guess there like can be a lot of retards, but like,
It's more like
a lot
it's a
of-
movement that was built off of irony, and like he got popular because like he is like funny, you know, like he has a pretty good like comedic timing, like when he wants to, I guess, or like when in the right settings, and like.
Wayne, turn your lights off if you would. We're doing this out of reverence today.
Oh yeah, no, we're doing Goblin mode tonight. Sorry, Dwayne.
We're doing Goblin mode. Turn those.
why are we doing goblin
just-
mode?
Do it.
But you just cut me off. I mean, is Goblin mode so important that you had to cut me off, Brant?
I had to flex my power for a second
Yeah.
to show that he's not the Nick Fuentes of the group.
Nick
I
Fuentes would have turned off his light.
Yeah.
Nick Fuentes would have got Goblin mode.
Yeah.
Nick loves going Goblin mode.
Nick goes Goblin mode every night. No,
That's
it's not too surprising that he got popular. Is all I'm trying to say. Like it was the right time. It was during the Trump shit, and it was like that kind of edgy irony stuff that was like.
It's
How ironic
popular.
was Charlottesville though, you know? Because the fact that the chick who was there said she also I don't know, we can talk about her later, she's a whole different subject.
Yeah.
But the fact that the chick who was there said people started chanting Jews will not replace us, and
I thought they were
I
joking.
just thought they were joking.
Yeah.
And if I was around here, and I heard that, I would at least check to see if they were joking.
If you're marching
I
around
know,
with
trying to
tiki
be like
torches,
very
low
it's best to
key.
check. Yeah. If
get to the sidewalk. Try not to be in the middle of that crowd. I think would be my strategy.
Yeah. No, well, the Charlottesville thing, I don't know. That was like, I think it was like a lot of edgy people who were putting themselves out there as very ironic and able to take a joke, like, ended up going to that because they were trying to push the envelope that far and show how
They couldn't
edgy they
take
could
a
be.
fucking
And then they got
joke.
fucked. Then all the articles came out, and then everyone got in trouble. And then they didn't learn, and they went to January 6th. That's the funniest thing, is then Nick
Well, and I
Fuentes-
think it makes it really hard to recognize how much of the whole fucking alt-right thing is actually that much of a threat and invasive scary group and idea and shit. A lot of the shit they believe I think is objective.
It's boomers and zoomers.
But
You
it's
look
hard
at-
it's hard to with the amount I'm just saying with the amount of bias that's out there in everybody who covers it and says it's bad. It's hard to know how bad it actually is, you know. Even if when the FBI is intentionally trying to fucking
yeah.
when this
and
is
you
the
got,
face of
those
the
guys
alt-right,
for
there's
sure.
nothing to worry about. When Baked Alaska and Nick Fuentes and Beardson Beardley are the face of the alt-right, you're probably fine, right?
That would be like us actually in a movement. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
indescribably
I mean,
stupid.
Yeah.
People I hate to say that, but this because it makes me sound like a fucking dork. But
You're gonna look
people are
so
getting
cool.
dumber as time goes on, and people said that same shit about Donald Trump, you know, and he ended
Oh,
up.
it's idiocracy.
Donald Trump's a much different case. Donald Trump actually is able to get something done, I guess. I don't know, these people like can't get over like petty drama and bullshit and have to make like the most retarded statements at every turn, basically.
Yeah, they get hung up on Twitter drama, and that's why they'll never go anywhere. That's what I'm saying. All these Fuentes fanboys are like 20-somethings, fresh out of like not even like just out of high school, coming into college, and they're just still off their fresh, edgy r/atheism fucking kicks, and now they're going like, well, actually, the better way to rebel and contrarian is to be super neoconservative.
So here's a question.
Well, r/a, well, because like I mean, essentially they are kind of like they're just like fucking white supremacist Antifa or whatever, you know. But like,
there's also the fact that like
they're
Nick
not.
Fuentes is
Eventually, they're
obviously
like fucking
choosing.
Nancy Pelosi was a fucking dumb college kid at some point too, and now she's in charge. You know?
I don't know, Brant. I think that there's like the reason like there's obviously like a ton of reasons that young like college age kids that think it's edgy to be Republican are joining this movement, but also like I think Nick Fuentes is legitimately like choosing people for like how they, like if you know like I don't know, all the America First people outside of like not Beardson, Baked Alaska are like very like thin Twinkie 18 to 19-year-old like young Republican kids, and it's like the reverse Hugh Hefner and the Playboy Bunnies kind of thing. It's very
he's building a harem of twinks.
He's building
that's also
a
just
Catboy
kind of
harem,
like what a lot of conservative kids look like who would actually be into this stupid shit. Because this isn't conservative. This is like a whole other thing.
But if you're trying
to get sucked into like a lot of like the super lame ideology of either liberalism or conservatism takes a certain kind of chud.
But Dwayne,
it takes like a double down chudliness.
That's wrong. No, but Dwayne, like the thing is that America First has had the opportunity to get like numerous different like people that would have not fit that profile. Like they've like he had the opportunity to have Alex Jones. He has Alex Jones on the America First like streaming platform, not.
What a ball dropper.
Yeah, well, not like actually, like he's not like actually like, but he's restreams on that platform, and he also like did that, Stop the Steal rally with Alex Jones. I don't know. All I'm saying is like they've also like worked with Michelle Malkin, who's like a little like
Well, Stop the Steal was a different thing, you know, and that was also like there was also like the fucking false flags and shit. Like there was a lot of things about stuff.
All I'm saying is they don't have they have more options than young twink boys. Like they could have had the option to make like a more mainstream conservative like political group or whatever, but they chose twink boys.
Boomers. He doesn't want to butt fuck boomers over
25. That's exactly it. Yeah.
He wants little twink boys who are going to be on Twitch with their big beards getting bitcoins.
If Nick Fuentes is doing gay shit, he is a bottom. I promise you. It's not Twink Boys.
It really is.
He just has like big fucking cuddle parties with fucking all the sissies in the group.
Brant, I think me and Brant probably know the Nick Fuentes drama a little bit as far as him being gay. Like there is like drama about the fact that like he's gone on dates with actual Catboys that stick dildos up their asses like on stream. And shit like that. He's also like gone cum hunting with blacklights in like his like roommates
to
like,
make
bedroom.
sure that his followers are not fucking women or masturbating.
Yes,
most likely more to the fucking.
He's also said that he would rather marry and fuck a monkey than marry a woman. Like that. These are all.
Yeah, but I mean that also like he's an edgelord. You got
that one was about like interracial marriage though. I think he was like. Yeah, that one was like where he was like, it's better to fuck a dog than someone outside your race. It's like, dick.
Dude, honestly,
I still think it's funny to take him at his word at face value on that statement. Just say like, so he wants to fuck monkeys. That's part of the platform now, obviously.
What if his gayness is 4D chess though? What if he's going to use that to win the fucking general election? When
part of your plan involves sucking cock to get to the end, guess what? Part of your plan involves sucking cock. It makes you a faggot either way.
Which appeals to a certain amount of voter bases, but not the
out of the conversation.
What?
I'm just saying. So it doesn't matter if it's all for like the master race. It's like I gotta suck out this load from this big black dick so it can't fuck a white woman. I mean, like, there's a couple different steps you could have taken, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think it's gay if you suck out the load and spit it into a pussy. I don't think it's gay. I think actually God, I think
then
God
you're
actually
into a
smiles on
white.
that,
It has
'cause
to be
that's
a white
procreation.
pussy. Yeah, it has to be a. Then you're fighting the white birth decline.
That's
know?
why Nick Fuentes
Just
got
gotta throw the people juice on an opposite.
Yeah.
That's why he's cum hunting. He's collecting it and he's like cataloging it so he can put it into the same race of women.
Yes. No, he's actually so disgusted with his other his
His
comrades.
mixed race.
His comrades are all like wasting their semen. They're spilling it everywhere. They're
On
getting it all over
black
their rooms.
Nubian princesses when they could be trying to inseminate these German Valkyr goddesses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he's just trying to do what's best for their bloodline, I think.
But he's not racist. He says it here a lot. That's why he also sucks out loads. From
Well, how
big
can he
black
be
dicks.
racist? He is Mexican after all. His last name is Fuentes, so he actually can't be racist.
He's
I wonder how Mexican he actually is. Maybe he's like super Mexican, but I wonder.
I think
how
he's
much
like a quarter Mexican and has a little bit of black in him. Actually, it's like 2%.
It's in the facial hair. I see the Mexican, like the fuzzy eyebrows and the patchy facial hair.
Man,
Yeah.
my brother did Ancestry.com for my fucking family or whatever. They got nothing past my grandma. They got nothing
Good for
else.
you.
Nice.
Yeah, no, my grandma knew more shit than they fucking knew.
You are good. You're part of like a strange nomadic family. I'm sure you have
Or I'm a
ties to
test tube. Somewhere along the line could be some test tube.
I
Yeah,
can see
they
you
found
coming
you in
out
the,
like
they found your
Nevada
family in the
desert.
mines. You guys just crawled out of the rocks.
Oh yeah, dude. There could be a Grendel situation.
Yeah. The
Go down
miners
there
were like,
deep
"Wow,
enough."
maybe we can put them to work."
Yeah,
We
no,
started
maybe-
as,
maybe-
like-
yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense actually.
A black ooze that consumed a couple of miners, and slowly but surely, one of Dwayne's first ancestors, like hands, reached out of the carnage and just
Yeah.
pulled itself up.
It's like in the scene in
God.
Lord of the Rings when they're making the orcs, and the orc
Orcs.
comes out of the goo. That's the
The
Julik
orcs.
line.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well,
Julik.
anyway, next time.
Talking
Yeah.
about white supremacists. Speaking of Uroks and the white hand of Sauron, I fucking hated all of these people with a passion.
Yeah.
It's so lame. It's
This-
it's so much lamer, like fucking when they go back and like. Sorry to be a hater, but it's so much lamer when they go back in their history and they're like, "Oh, we met Baked Alaska and Nick Fuentes met through."
Oh, you know what though? You did good point, Dwayne. It's lame except for one thing, and that's Baked Alaska's based Alaska music video he made.
What was it? Twitter is gay.
Twitter's gay.
Twitter is gay was kind of funny, I guess, but it was like, I mean, it's
Okay,
stupid.
props
Watching
to
him
the-
watch it and laugh is the cringiest fucking shit.
Props to the cameraman who looked at what was going on and said, "I need to go around the corner and get a wide shot of the entire living room peeking around the corner so I can really accentuate how sad and pathetic this looks."
Yeah,
Because when
I
it
wonder
cuts
if
to
that,
that
like-
wide shot and Baked Alaska is just sitting in the middle of the couch going, well, Twitter is gay, Twitter is gay, and Louis Theroux's just sitting there like,
I want to see this
Yeah,
documentary.
yeah.
I want to see that guy's documentary really bad. That angle
Well, that-
must be, just
That's another
soul crushing.
I know.
That's another thing I appreciate about Louis Theroux, though, is like fucking anybody else would have been like, yeah, that was funny, yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
But
he's
Louis,
like, no.
Louis Theroux immediately was like, you enjoy that, or whatever the fuck, just immediately.
Was that fun for you? Did you really believe? Did you think that was good?
Did you think, you finna thought I was going to laugh? Yeah.
Lou-
I was
really
so
good
worried
at,
when the documentary started out with fucking him being asked to like fucking renounce his whiteness because I thought he was going to, but he didn't. So that was good. That was
No,
good.
he actually
Louis
has a
Theroux
good
ends up
response, like, as far as
radical
that
centrist,
goes.
as always.
He's just kind of like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like,
He's
I don't
not
know.
asking the obvious questions that need to be asked. Like you wouldn't ask most of this to a person because you kind of like already assume and but like him saying it out loud makes him like think and process. Like like with America's Most Hated Family, the Westboro Baptist Church, he was like just saying like, well, why? And they would just like fucking stutter and fall on it because it's like, oh, we've never actually been like asked just so bluntly.
Yeah, no, and they get kind of mad about it. And
Yeah, and it's just like, how dare
some
you
of
make
them,
us
some of them
like.
fucking think about it, and they're like, well, I don't know. And then another person comes in, and they're like, oh well, fucking,
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, there's zero. That's actually a problem I wouldn't say it's a problem with the documentary because he did the best he could do, but like there's zero introspection on the part of any of the people who are interviewed in this documentary. Like,
well, just because they're so fucking shallow as people.
Like there's no chance to get Beardson
And they're just
introspection.
using the documentary to build their own brands too, so they're viewing it superficially.
But also, it's just
I always
like,
watch Nick Fuentes on my TV. I always do that, of course, bro. He's my favorite.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it like that because I actually believed him.
He could. I mean,
because I don't know these people. You know, I don't know how it. Like fucking, there are people out there who get up and they're like, "Fuck yeah, new Nick Fuentes," and then they fucking watch.
Unfortunately, there are. I mean, it's just. I would have liked to have seen, like, especially because, like, the biggest standoff moment is Louis Theroux and Baked Alaska. But Baked Alaska is so stupid and so just, like, malicious and, like, retarded that, like, I don't know, nothing really gets... He never has a moment where he's thinking about anything. Like, just because he's a shitty human being.
There could be no satisfying payoff to any of these people's individual stories because the only satisfying payoff would be gratuitous violence. In all honesty, or extreme like emotional reparations and trauma. There is no other way. Like the fact that Bake Alaska is such a shithead, he provokes people, then pepper sprays them and laughs about. It's like you're literally just you're scum. You're garbage water.
Well,
Fuck
he's also.
You. If I saw you in person, I would just kill you.
He's gonna get shivved. He's gonna get stabbed to death in prison soon because he's a federal informant, most likely.
Oh yeah, of course.
Probably is a Fed.
Yeah,
that's why it's
I mean, like there's a lot of like the guy went to the January 6th riot with a GoPro and pointed it at every single person that was in attendance at the January 6th
to their face,
thing.
yeah,
right on their face.
Fed.
Like streamed it right out, and it's like I don't know. And he's never done any prison time, even though like he was in
Fuentes was really fast to say they breached the walls. Come on, guys, let's go, Patriots, and then like hang back as everyone else went.
Yeah, there's really weird stuff. Also, I mean, like Nick Fuentes, like supposedly got $500,000 of his money seized by like the federal government, and then it was given back to him in like a month. But he said that it was like he just lied and said it was never given back to him, and so they've been donating. Like his entire base has just been donating because they think that he's poor because he got all his money stolen.
Stupid.
How do they know that? How do they know that he did get it back?
Because
probably check the returns.
No, because one of the treasurer of the base of the America First thing quit and like was spilling all the beans about everything basically. So that happened recently.
So they're just legitimately corrupt pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And they're most likely working for the federal government. It makes sense.
One of their newest members, in fact, sitting on the board is a well-known. I don't know the scientific term, but he eats shit.
Yeah. I think he's got hooves too, right? I don't know.
He's a bit of a bog pig.
Yeah.
That makes
he likes it.
And then I think Beardson. I don't think Beardson was a Fed. I think Beardson was just stupid.
Beardson is
because the thing about like when he got called on the Nazi salute, the thing that anybody who like fucking actually like believed themselves, would say, the immediate thing they would say, which he didn't even try to say, was "Yeah, I was joking." He didn't even try.
It was a joke. That's all you have to say. It was a fucking joke.
Do the Nazi salute with us. Do it. Do the Roman salute.
Dwayne, do it. Throw up a Roman for us. Come on. Do it.
Is that a Roman?
Yeah. Throw it up.
Do it. I'll probably do one on my own accord at some point. I don't want to be pressured.
He doesn't want to be.
Just like
I feel like
you're just working serious, Mr. Lawyer. You
working
fucking
for
retard.
Yeah, actually, it was a dab. Yeah. No, okay. The thing I wanted to bring up about the Nazi salute thing with Beardson is he can't even like. Louis Theroux doesn't bring this up, I don't think, in the documentary, but he does like the Sig Heil in the limo or whatever they're driving out on. It's like he denies that, and it's like, okay, well, obviously you were, but like I guess you can deny that. But then there's also a photo of him, like where he's in full Sig Heil. Like, and he's obviously taking a selfie of himself, like, doing a Sig Heil. And it's like, that also exists, and they didn't bring that up. But it's like, I don't know. Like, the thought that... Like, I don't know what he was thinking. Like, he didn't think that would ever be brought up, or he just, like, was appalled. I don't know why you would...
Man, if, like, Louis Theroux would just, like, go to, like, one fucking, like, person who's well-read on crazy, retarded internet shit... Like that, just one person, because there's so many people out there who are well read on this entire situation.
Yeah.
Like, if
But
you
then
could just
that's not
find,
good.
where do you go
That's
to
not
find
good
these people?
stuff.
That's not on Upwork.
Yeah, no, he needed to. I think the documentary would have been better if Louis Theroux had pressed like about more of the stuff that's known because of weird internet people. Because like I honestly think like, you know, with the gay stuff, it's like you know, Louis Theroux is not going to have a problem with somebody being gay, but the fact that like Nick Fuentes acts like somebody who's a closeted homosexual and also says that he hates gay people and says that having sex with women is gay, like all that shit, like it makes it so it's like it's just the classic like, you know, weird conservative person that's like not preaching not doing any of the stuff that they're preaching, and he didn't press on any of that stuff. That makes so
much more sense if he's fucking like he's actually a fucking government asset though, like because like fucking when him and fucking Baked Alaska or Question on anything, like they have this weird, like they feel like corporate, you know, they feel like a corporate machine. They don't feel like they actually, like there's no seed at these beliefs. These beliefs are just spoken, which is what a lot of stupid people do. But when intelligent people do that, which like I'm not saying, like apparently fucking Baked Alaska is like a social media genius or whatever, which might mean he's retarded. But like fucking like he very well may like actually be a smart person, and he's just a fucking asset for the feds.
I mean, he worked for BuzzFeed. He was a competent BuzzFeed writer or whatever that gives you. I don't know.
Yeah, no, and if you're if you are like a fucking top tier social media guy at BuzzFeed, then that means you are at least very proficient in something that people who are very proficient in something like
manipulation,
which shows a certain level of intelligence. And social media at the end of the day is just fucking manipulation. The job, marketing is too, but social media is like a little more you know, like a little more personal. You know,
they're not sincere the whole time. That's what it was, I think. And it's like, you know, when you watch iDubbbz try to do the documentary with Sam Hyde, and Sam's just being a shithead the whole time, but it's funny, and the way he does it is like unique. It's like Nick and Beardson and Baked. Beardson, by the way, is essentially just a male feminist, but like the rare alt-right version of it.
Yeah.
But these guys were just they couldn't like troll. I couldn't really troll Louis because Louis just like, well, I'm gonna edit it, and also like you're just fucking idiots. Jesus Christ.
And honestly, I feel like this was definitely edited from like the perspective of somebody who doesn't understand any of how this could be a joke and just thinks it's scary and evil.
I wish I did.
Which, like, I mean, he works
the music.
For BBC. He's a fucking older man. Like, give him. Whatever.
Yeah, they have like the they have the really dramatic music when Beardsley is talking about how he's gonna rape Brittany Venti in the ass.
I'm gonna fucking rape her ass.
Which did make it sound like
it made it sound
like
spooky,
I'm assuming that was a drunk podcast or something.
It didn't look like he was drunk.
He's not drunk. He probably
wasn't
very drunk.
Literally, he's just.
That's what he's like.
Wait, that was. Okay, no, that was Baked Alaska, right?
That was Beardson.
That was Beardson. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said he was a male feminist.
No, Brand's
he acts
saying
like
he's the
one.
other.
He acts
the
like one
rare
because he'll back
binary.
down at the slightest bit of provocative anything.
Okay, so he's a soy boy on the all meat diet.
Well, yeah, that's why I said it's the right. Yeah. It's the rare one. It's the rare, like it's the same mentality.
He's a unicorn. He's a unicorn.
Yeah. Okay, I thought you were saying there was a strange feminist angle to his hatred of women.
He
can't get pussy, and he went the other way about it. Like he can't get the pussy.
He doesn't look like a guy who can't get pussy. But
he was. You know what's crazy? He had a wife when this documentary was made. So actually, he can get pussy. Had a wife, yeah. She was making threads about him on Kiwi Farms like immediately after this, I guess. So, but like,
you guys wouldn't believe this guy's a shit.
Wait, what did the Kiwi Farms? What did the Kiwi Farms threads reveal about?
There wasn't actually like much that came out. She like lied definitely and said that he was 5'6", and he's definitely 4'11". Like, that man is very short. He's the shortest one out of an entire movement of short people.
Do you think he...
Wait, no, I mean, he looked reasonable next to Louis Theroux, and Louis Theroux is a pretty tall dude.
Like 6'4", whatever, yeah.
Louis Theroux is like 2 heads taller than him.
I'm going to have to look at this again.
Hey,
because I don't remember that. That sounded fucking hellish, by the way.
Yeah.
You need to stop fucking beating your dog.
My demon dog. No, it's Bosco.
I know it's Bosco.
Crazy.
And you want another person in that hell house?
You're not going to be. Bosco's not going to be here in your potential stay.
I scream constantly, cats. I've learned that about myself. I just randomly yell now.
Then you'd love Bosco. You and Bosco could get along great, honestly. You both randomly yell. So.
Wait, do you mean like, you don't mean in your sleep, do you?
No, I just mean like actively while I'm awake.
He does just randomly yell. Yeah, Graham was very perturbed by that. That was what triggered Graham.
Now, Grant, you have done that since you were fucking 13.
Yeah, but Bosco doesn't know that. That's what he's saying. Bosco might get triggered by Brant's yelling. I think that's what he's getting at. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Bosco would find it fun.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think he'd be fine. I think it'd be a fun time.
Anyways, I don't like anyone in this documentary. None of them are redeemable.
All right, let's talk about the tits. Let's talk about the lady.
The chick who was like, I'm gonna rape you. I'm going to rape your asshole. I'm gonna fuck your butt, babe.
Yeah, that chick who is.
I wish they would have asked some follow-ups on
why did they talk about he will not divide us shit. Why didn't they talk about?
Well, no, not
what's
he
there
will
to
not
talk about
us,
there. They went over the Charlottesville thing with her, which is like the most controversial thing that she was involved in, basically.
Well, did you know of this person too, Cats?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
God damn, you're balls deep on this end of the year now.
She's actually like the most popular person in this documentary.
Yeah,
really.
Easily.
So she seemed fucking. So is she still like fucking alt-right or whatever?
She was in the He Will Not Divide Us. Do you not remember? Like,
I remember this. She was the one who fucking said, "Fucking normies, get off my street."
Yeah, Reed. Yes. That's her.
Yeah,
that's that girl.
It's all fucking clicking now. It's like
Yeah.
She's been at this a lot longer than Nick Fuentes has.
Yeah, she's the most She's still popular. She has like 300,000 subscribers on her YouTube. I'm pretty sure. So.
Easy, OG.
Man, it was hard to read her in her interview. She seemed like weirdly like she was begging Louis Theroux to like tell her to find a new path in life or something. Like she seemed like very like sad and just like
I think she was grifting really hard, honestly. I think she wanted to bust out laughing when Beardson was saying he was going to rape her in the asshole, and she didn't want to laugh because I think she wanted to laugh, but she knew she shouldn't because she has to look like she's hurt. She wanted to look.
I feel like that's
so
much more manipulative, though. Like I was giving her the benefit of the doubt.
No, I'm not getting. I think I mean, you don't know her that well. I don't watch her stuff that much, but just from what I
do know, she is somebody who makes her money by like fucking like getting donations from titties or whatever. Yeah. So
sure, like, whatever.
Like
which I mean, like if I had titties, like I don't know, like fucking.
But like no, she's. I've seen that face before. I've had the same one, especially when someone's like on the fourth take because you can't stop laughing at something stupid. And you're just like okay, smile. Dead. Yeah, just dead eye, just dead expression. You're just like, it's awful, isn't it? This fan wants to rape me.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Fuck!
Yeah. No, because she
that would be pretty fucking funny if she was just like fucking taking Louis for a ride.
Yeah.
That would be really funny.
I honestly think that's the case. And it's not even that Beardson was funny. Like, it's not a funny statement to say that, but I think, like,
coming from him,
she just knows she knows that she's fucking him over. She's fucking him up with like this documentary. And I think that's the funniest part. Like he's fucked after this, you know.
4'8". It's
Beardson.
like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna fucking
like all the like
scurry up.
A national audience has now seen Beardson saying he's gonna rape a woman in the asshole. You know, like that is pretty fucked.
But I mean, like. Is that going to really fuck him up? Like, that's probably just going to get him more popular, right? Because
I'm sure
he's gotten people commenting in his fucking bullshit saying, like, you shouldn't say such nasty
rapists, surprisingly.
Yeah, but, like, the platform that they're all streaming from is a dying platform that they've been manipulating the numbers for, and, like, people are leaving the movement.
Like BitChute or something?
No, it's called Cozy TV. It's like their own platform, but they manipulate all the viewing numbers on it. And so it has like a manipulator of 3, so it's like it's 3 times. It looks like it's 3 times the amount of viewing numbers. But like they're losing people by the day, and so like they're all losing money.
Yeah.
So like he's not. Doing
this really feels like a failed project. You know, this feels like a fucking Elizabeth fucking Holmes kind of situation.
Yeah.
Like a figurehead behind absolutely nothing.
I forgot that Beardson wore a Louis Theroux T-shirt too. Which was funny. Cuck.
No, that was funny.
I actually thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I thought that was funny too. Honestly, I thought that was cool.
He had nothing to stand for. He wears this as like a statement or something, but he can't like be asked like, was that a Nazi salute? No.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Is all he had to do was just play the part that he's been playing and say it was a fucking joke.
I'm a
because
clown.
that's his whole
Literally,
thing.
fucking. I feel like that's what lawyers would fucking tell you to say.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I don't know why that was such a hard
'Cause
thing
it
for him.
works.
He came out looking so bad by just going like, "Oh, get out of my house," and then he goes, "I'm not in your house." He goes, "We'll leave. We'll leave." Yeah.
God. And then he goes on the fucking he immediately starts hate streaming at Louis, and Louis calls him.
Yeah.
And he's just, and Louis like fucking like how could you like do that? And he's like bah.
Yeah, it just looks so pathetic. Like it's the worst way you could have dealt with it, honestly.
Yeah, no, and the funniest thing is he thought that was an alpha move. He probably still looks back and I was like, that was fucking alpha shit.
That was
put it up, and it's like always make it say that it's like everything I say is parody. I'm just a clown, nothing serious, and then just do whatever. That's what everyone does. But he just stumbled. He was just like,
and he has the perfect out
question.
too. He's not even a political member of America First. He says that over and over. Like, I'm just like a punky guy. I'm a punk kid, and I just like to. I like to just like offend people. I'm not actually political though.
Street punk now. It's new punk, man.
Yeah, and so it's just like, okay, then own that at the very that's cringe, but own that at the very least.
That is. If you are like saying you're a fucking jokey joke boy. And then you just fucking like, and then you can't take a little fucking like, hey, that looks a lot like a Nazi salute. And you're a fucking puss. You're fucking Baked Alaska took tons of shit like that. And then fucking you just because he's a piece of shit or whatever. But like, these guys all seem like pieces of shit.
Who do you think? Okay, I have a question, Dwayne. Who do you think looked the worst in this documentary? Who came out the worst? Because I will say, Nick Fuentes, for what it's worth, actually came out looking the best. Like he doesn't look terrible. He doesn't look great.
Yeah, no, I mean like they're like there's parts that feel Hitlery, but only if you were like gonna feel Hitler.
You know what's funny actually, Dwayne, is Nick Fuentes himself said that he loved how this documentary came out because it made him look like Hitler. That's a literal quote. So, like, there you go. He also said that he's going to be Hitler 2, 3, and 4.
Hitler actually got shit done.
Hitler at least made the trains run on time. Nick Fuentes takes 2-hour showers. Like,
he takes 2-hour showers?
Yes, he does. He actually does.
He jerks off the fucking femboys the whole shower.
He's got to get all that cum into the right test tubes.
Well, no, he's a cat boy. He has to lick himself clean. It takes a long time, He's in the shower coughing up hairballs.
I really do think I'm right, though. I think he actually is, like, hunting cum and, like, cataloging it for the specific race mixing
could be right.
of, like, pure breeding people.
Nick Fuentes seems like the weird... Like, the gay Nazi stereotype in movies where it's the creepy gay Nazi kind of thing? Not a stereotype, but, it's like that weird leather fetishy Nazi kind of thing that's, like, in like, 80s
German
movies.
Dungeon porn.
Yeah,
it's like all the weird German guys here.
Nick Fuentes is actually that. Like, he's literally the weird, creepy, gay Nazi guy with the basement.
That's like millennial now, so it's weird and it's creepy.
Yeah, and it's all like the post-ironic thing, So like you can't even like he's got kind of the same thing that Trump had, where like Trump had like the fucking like I'm already so whatever to you, like you really can't hurt me at this point, no matter what I do.
But
like
Trump
fucking,
even didn't.
He's just like
Trump said a lot of crazy
shit. They did show.
It's different.
They did actually show the selfie.
Yeah, they showed it as a salute.
Yeah, but Trump never said I'm Hitler 2, 3, and 4.
We're in the same spot, aren't we, Dwayne? Wow.
He's just walking into Beardson's right now.
No, I actually I just got him took the live mic off and he's now like on stream. I'm like, you guys would believe Luther.
Oh, okay, so you're a scene ahead of me. All right, what were you saying, Cats?
Oh, I was just saying Trump never said that he's Hitler 2, 3, and 4. Like,
no, but like fucking by the time Nick Fuentes is 35, that'll play a lot. Like that'll be funnier.
If he stops, Nick Fuentes has the opportunity right now to stop everything he's doing and get his life. No, he could actually come back from this because he's only 22, and like people are willing to say,
let him kill himself.
Like, okay, maybe you were stupid when you were 22, but now you're 32, and I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. Unlike Beardson and Baked Alaska, who are both in their 30s.
They're fucked.
Those guys are fucked. Absolutely fucked. Nick Fuentes is not going to come back from this because he's too retarded also, but he could. He actually could come back from this just because he's a young person.
He's enough of a snake that I think he might be able to slither into some weird position.
I could honestly see him like running for like just the Republican nomination, being like, I was young, said a lot of bad things, but now we just got to get the white race back or whatever. So he still has like fucking like I could really see him fucking pulling that off.
He's like, I got all this cum, guys. Look at all this cum. I've got white people.
You know what? Also, I don't know though, because like. You could like he's got the Hitler stuff, he's got all the unoptical things. He also though like has just like gotten some dirt on himself in the political scene, not just because of January 6th and all that, but like there were congressmen that he was loosely associated with that he was trying to get speak at his events, and literally like lied and said that like a video, like a generic video that they sent out, that this congressman sent out for like some other thing, they used it for their event and said that like he was speaking at their event and lied about it.
Oh yeah, it's like Fuentes like ambushed him at dinner or whatever and got a picture with him.
Yeah.
And then it was like, fucking Sender's going to be with us today or whatever. And
I don't know.
Well, and I mean, like, if that person after that still has a career, though, I mean, like, it does something, Like, it does, like, a fucking, like, if it's that's like a fake it till you make it thing. If you just run in there and take the picture or whatever, like, you can build, like, a profile off of that. And if you're unassailable enough to that person's voters, then you can actually start to have some sway over
it's too many. It's just like an example. I don't know. He's somebody that's I think is going to make a lot of stupid decisions like that, and it's not going to stop. So I don't think he's going to come back ever.
It's
Donald Trump. Like you got to fucking say, like, I hate to keep bringing up the guy, but like
he didn't say he's Hitler 2, 3, and 4. He didn't say he's Hitler 2, 3, and 4. Even Donald Trump wouldn't say that.
Give it 20 years, man. Give it 20 years.
That's different,
Look at how
man.
crazy shit is now.
I know, but you can't say you're Hitler 2, 3, and 4 in mainstream politics and get like mainstream like electoral like support. Like I don't know.
And you can say I grab random women's pussies.
That's so much different
against Hillary Clinton.
Yes, that's actually
a little different than I'm going to rape you. I'm going to find you and rape you in the ass. It's a touch different.
Also, though, the Hitler thing, when you're saying you're Hitler 2, 3, and 4, you're saying like as far as like public consciousness goes and what everyone hears, they say, "Oh, I want to kill millions and millions of people, and if I get into power, I'm going to genocide immediately." That's different from saying I sexually
remember,
assault
Cats,
somebody.
when Nick Fuentes runs for president, all the boomers will be dead.
Yeah, and hopefully a lot of the fucking
but
too.
like
Anyway,
I don't know.
So when like you do Hitler 2, is it like more? Is the idea you get more Jews on the second round? So is it like is it increasing each Hitler is what I'm saying. So is he going like we're gonna kill 12 million Mexicans, we're going to kill like 24 million Canadians, and you better believe we're going to kill 48 million Chinese or something.
I think he actually is authentically like about the Hitler thing, because Hitler was a vegetarian, and he was also really nice to animals. And I think
he needed that because like of his digestion issues. He had a
but
weak
Nick
stomach
Fuentes
from all the
probably wants to
amphetamine
make
abuse.
he wants to make a Catboy reserve. He wants to make like a national forest for cat. Like he's probably very
the cum hunters
catalog. This is all so fucking tainted though. If he is like, or like not even tainted, but it's just like if it actually is like in any way like government allowed and government fucking like uplifted, then it like really like I don't know, like it's
what do you mean?
It increases his chances a lot,
Government allowed, like the government is like allowing
the whole
Nick
like
Fuentes?
fucking $500 million given back by the government thing, like I don't know.
Anyways, I think
different.
my idea for the movie remake is if Louis Theroux went there at the end of every interview, he shot them in the head. That's how I would have made it better.
It's funny, Brant. I was I knew you would say that. I told Monique.
It's the easiest fucking.
No,
it's the easiest
I told
idea.
Monique. I told Monique earlier. I said, I bet you Brant's gonna say my version of the documentary is instead of shooting a documentary, I'll just shoot every one of the people in the documentary. Like I literally
after the interview.
I'm actually a little disappointed. I knew you'd say that, but I'm a little disappointed, Brant. Like
I'm anything if not
he's
predictable.
Consistent.
No, here's what you do. Here's how you do it, Brant. So you get like an interview with, you start like fucking small. You start with like your Beardsons or whatever.
One guy.
You start with your Beardsons, and you like, when you come up to him, you just say like such nice things and just talk about like, wow, I really think you've got something. And then you send that video to the Nick Fuentes people. And then after that, you continue filming and you just put a gun up against his head and just make him shit his pants and cry and stuff. And then eventually you kill him, so you get all the good footage you want of him actually being real for a moment. And then you just like use the positive.
I have one. I have one. So
you have one.
Yeah, I'm giving you a little freebie here.
Breaking all the rules.
I'm giving you a freebie here. You make a documentary, and at the same time as you're making the documentary, you also start killing everybody in America first. But you start from the bottom of the totem pole on up. And at the same time you're making this documentary, and Nick Fuentes is gradually getting more and more perturbed as members of America First are just falling down like flies. And at a certain point, you're holed up in the bunker with Nick Fuentes. He's just like Hitler. He's holed up in the bunker, and he's like, it's Nazi Germany. And like all of America First is just getting their brains blasted out. Who could it be?
Cats, you'd have to do so much killing, because if you started killing that many people, a bunch of people would start like having sympathy for the movement and joining in. You like, I don't know if you could kill that many people.
Oh, come on. There'd only be 100 more, probably. Like, is it really? Who wants to join
I don't know. I don't know. The statistics and the media perception of the phenomenon of white supremacy.
Would you join a movement where everybody in the movement is getting killed?
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty base. It's pretty big.
Heaven's Gates, the Mansons.
But those
literally,
the murdering, the killing happens after you join the fucking group in those. You don't join a group because it's like, oh, everyone's dying. I might as well join that group. You don't join a group because everyone's dying already.
I think people were still joining Jamestown, even though, like, reports were finally coming through of, like, there are people dying out in the jungles of Nicaragua.
Well,
or wherever they were at.
I think they probably thought that was fake news, though, right?
Like, they were like, no way, I'm going to this work camp. Bullshit.
I have a hard time believing people would look at a movement where everyone's getting, like, offed, like, by some random killer and go, I want to join that. That's all I'm saying. So that was my freebie.
People still run to be president every day, and a couple of them got pretty obviously assassinated. So I don't know, maybe.
I hate to
there's a power balance.
I hate to even make the fucking the joke / connection, but like, fucking, what is Black Lives Matter if not a movement fucking runaround? They killed that guy, so I'm joining up.
Yeah.
Is that not what it is?
I thought you were going for like the obvious corruption.
Are you saying that Black Lives Matter is a cargo cult, Dwayne? Is that
no? I'm just saying. Is there nothing? I don't think anybody could argue with this, but like, it fucking helps my argument that like people fucking killing you, especially if it's power killing you, like fucking, that makes people want to join up, and that is legitimately what fucking 2020 was, man.
Okay, but in this. Yeah, okay.
Put a fucking knee on fucking Nick Fuentes' neck and see what happens.
I think if it was a lone gunman, some lone random serial killer, I don't know. It's not like the Black Lives Matter thing is all about systemic thing. It's all systemic shit.
If you're a lone gunman,
because Black Lives Matter, you're not joining the movement. People who are a part of Black Lives Matter aren't getting shot because they're part of Black Lives Matter, according to Black Lives Matter. They're getting shot because they're black.
Shot because they're
yeah. It's different.
Which there's not every. But
they themselves view themselves as part of the movement for black people, so they're part of the same movement.
But they're saying that they get shot either way.
It's fucking stupid. Why the fuck are we? What if instead of
I like the analogy,
going to this documentary? What if instead each of these people, these Beardson, Baked, and Nick Fuentes, what if they were given complete and total control over, like, the narrative of it? I would rather see that, actually. Watch them stumble and, like, so desperately try to inflate their own egos that it comes off as, like, a fucking DeviantArt sketchbook from some high schooler or some shit.
Who's making the documentary? Them, then?
It would still be Louis, but he would just kind of, like, be the interviewer, and it's like, you get full control, we'll go wherever you want, you could check the questions, and it's like, you can even write them.
But these are the exact scenarios we're doing.
Yeah. But I just said it a lot quicker, and I said it without killing anyone, so you could do it. I want to squish their skulls. I want, like, just squish.
Yeah,
like a watermelon. Like, it's part of my nature.
So
I don't know. I mean,
so
how
you're saying,
stupid a
you're
lot of the
saying,
people
Brant,
looked in this
basically
thing.
that
Squished
you
their
want
skulls
Louis
back
to make the
flip.
documentary still. You want Louis to make the documentary, but you want the members of America First to be in charge of like what goes in and what is talked about. Is that basically?
Yeah,
it?
basically, like so you give them the call sheet, and it's like you give them the rough script or whatever your first edition for the day. And it's like, how's this look, guys? You even like sit down and have the safety meeting with them, and you give them a chance to go over that each day, and like cross shit out, add what they want to do, because they're probably going to show up with like, we're going to do this, and that's just going to be stupid, cringy bullshit. That's
Well,
just
is
going to
that
show
not,
how
though?
lame.
That's already
Is
what they
that
did,
not-
though.
Is that
Yeah,
not
but
like
it wasn't
the
like
guy
the
also
fun,
the
chaotic
Brant,
nature
like
of
the
America
guy who
First
was
being behind the
filming?
wheel. It was
Well,
with the
Brant,
calm
what if they
British
edited
nature.
it? What if like America First? What if Louis got to ask all the questions he wanted and have his cameramen shoot however they wanted, but America First gets to have final say in the edit? Like they get to edit whatever they edit everything.
I still think like they should choose where they go and like what activities they do to like prove how
They
like out
already
of
did
touch
that
they
though.
are.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like
Eh,
Baked Alaska
kinda.
was
Brant,
doing
also,
his
there was the
stream.
guy who was following around Baked Alaska with a camera. I think your documentary is already being worked on.
No,
That's true.
because like that's
That's
a
a good
shitty
point.
like handheld one guy. It's his dream. It's probably gonna be fun.
But he's also
All
going to
power
use
to him.
footage from other.
would
I don't know.
love to
Maybe
watch
he's a
that.
hack, but I would assume fucking social media extraordinaire would hire somebody who's like at least.
I'm
He
just
had a
saying, I think
decent-looking
Louis
camera.
Theroux made a better documentary, probably for a handful of reasons, to be honest, than the single.
Oh,
guy
I mean
who's
that's
doing
what because
it.
it's Louis fucking Theroux. But either way,
Yeah, that's what I'm
that
saying. So
guy
let's-
is like probably still filming. Like he's probably going to come up with something interesting.
But Brant, part
The
of what
studio's
Louis Theroux
always-
is doing is like what you're like. Louis Theroux, like part of why his documentaries are like the way that they are is because he does the stuff that you're saying America First should do in this scenario, right?
Yeah, no, I think that takes away the entire purpose of getting Louis Theroux. That's like fucking hiring fucking.
Well, you would
crazy
like maybe. Well, that would be the thing too, I guess. Right? Is like you have them go through the whole thing, and then like by the end of it, like you're doing your last cuts, and it's like you make it so it's like it's all a big sit down, and that's when you just hit them with all the Louis Theroux. Well, why? Why'd you do this? As like you show them what they were doing. Like, does that make you feel comfortable? Don't you feel bad about that? And they have to go there and we're like, hey, Louis, I thought we got like control over the script. He's like, oh yeah, but we're done filming now. This is, you're not leading this one today. And then you just.
I just want to. I
don't care. I want to see them squish. This is stupid.
Brant,
I know you want to
Brant,
see him
okay,
squish,
I have-
but no
hold
one's
on.
arguing with the
Brant,
squish.
how can you make me a movie where we can legally kill every single person in America First?
Oh.
Legally,
Sign-
you just
let them
have
sign
them
off
storm the
on it.
Capitol, and then you economically kill
I-
them. Then you keep them in prison.
Okay, I
prison.
want Brant.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Brant, how can you get me a film that can be shown on streaming or like on a major streaming platform where every member of America First is murdered or killed in some way, and Louis Theroux is making the film? I want that. Okay.
I gotta tell you, there's going to have to be some policy reform first. I think we're going to have to start outside of the sphere
Okay,
of
I want
production
it, like,
companies.
that's your
We're gonna have
pitch.
to go to politics.
Just show the game.
Yeah, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. You have some time to think about it though. Dwayne, you're up now.
I got nothing, but I was just thinking like.
Fuck you.
I kind of want.
I
like,
got
I
it.
don't
I
want to
already
see
know,
like
Cats. I
I
got you
kind of
right
want to
away.
see. Well, now.
Yeah,
just
no,
let me go
shut
off
up,
for a
Dwayne.
bit.
Think about what you want to talk about.
No, let me
You
go
had
off
all
for a
this
bit. Let me
time
go
to think about what you wanted
This
to
is
do.
the only thing I got.
Fine,
Let me
what
go
do you
off
got?
for a
What do you
bit.
got?
Sitting
What do you
here for a second ain't gonna help me. Let me go. Just let me talk and think.
Okay.
So like fucking like honestly like basically like the only like actual thought I had was like I just want Louis Theroux to just like find some way to just rape Nick Fuentes. Like fucking but that like that's gonna be a harder thing to sell. So what I had was now, especially with the information you're giving me about like the fucking interesting proclivities of these people, is I just kind of want to put Louis Theroux in like a Chris Hansen role and just like To Catch a Predator. These guys just like fucking like have Louis Theroux just like in a Catboy outfit and they come to the door. And then he's just like, oh, you wanted to fuck me in the asshole. You sent me the texts. You said I have a juicy
You thought I was
asshole.
a
You said
6-year-old boy. What's wrong
that. Yeah,
with
no,
you? What's wrong with
I
you?
just wanted to know, like, why would someone say that? And I'm like, and then it just goes.
What was going through your mind? A 6-year-old child you thought you were texting? What was in your mind when you texted a 6-year-old child your
It's
penis?
just Nick Fuentes, but like I thought.
Yeah,
I thought
no,
he was
honestly,
based. I thought he was based. That's all.
I thought he was just a
Roy
base
Shut
zoomer. I thought he was a
Dude, he said
base
you weren't
drooper.
seeing those weren't 6-year-old memes, man. Those were adult memes.
Yeah.
He memes like an 18-year-old.
He was sending green text, Louis. You don't understand. You don't understand, Louis. I thought he was.
He's like, I really don't. And then it cuts, and he's just like, as I drove home, I wondered about Nick Fuentes and his hot obsession with Catboys.
Yeah, basically, it's just like all
that.
of the actual interviews are done in Catch a Predator style, but like then you just have Louis Theroux just like waxing poetic about what's going on and just following his heart as to who is the next person to fucking Chris Hansen.
Okay, so what do you think, like, in your eyes, what would a Chris Hansen To Catch a Predator scenario be in this documentary?
Well, basically, the one I was talking about, like fucking Louis Theroux dressed like a Catboy, fucking texting Nick Fuentes, and it's actually like Nick Fuentes doing the texts.
Okay.
Just like,
so Louis Theroux shows up. Well, so in To Catch a Predator, they have a decoy, and the decoy
I know, but
Louis
Theroux has more balls than that.
Yeah. So okay, so how is the documentary entirely from the To Catch a Predator angle, or is Louis Theroux also acting like he's doing a legitimate documentary on the side with the America First crew?
Catch a Predator is your To Catch a Predator is the boxing part of a Rocky movie. The rest of it is Rocky's life, if that makes sense.
So
like
the rest of it is this documentary, basically?
Is Louis Theroux just following the threads and just being like, to think that a man who had such problems with homosexuals was seeking the Catboys.
What are we seeing? Really, what are we seeing in these scenes?
Well, he's going to interview some Catboys.
Okay.
And then they'll talk about like how they fucked Nick Fuentes. And then fucking he'll actually like fucking like go and like eventually like after maybe a couple instances of like fucking people in his fucking in his Third Reich being taken out by similar fucking types of hunts on these particular things. You know what else? Then he would eventually like go to Fuentes himself. But either way, something else I would like part of this is like fucking. And I'm not exactly sure how it fits into this particular hole, but like I'd like to see him like in like just fucking go like interview like fucking like Owen Benjamin, and then like fucking somebody who like a YouTuber with 30,000 subscribers who fucking like made a video about how Owen Benjamin is crazy or something. Like I need those parts.
I know. I already have both of the people that you need. Actually, I have.
There you go.
I have the YouTuber in mind already. He only has 20,000 subscribers though.
Those guys are like fucking beige frequency, or even just interview the fucking internet historian. I bet he has some great perspectives on it. Well, like, let's just toss a couple of those.
Not to go on a tangent, but Owen Benjamin is building a compound in Idaho currently, and he has his own cult of people, and all the members are called Bears. They're the Bears, and they're building a compound in Idaho, and they're all donating like huge amounts of money to him, and he's still not allowing them to stay there.
And that ties into the documentary that I'm talking about, because like the documentary I'm talking about has a lot to do with like analyzing the weird gay shit of the alt-right. like fucking if they're all called
because
Bears,
Owen Benjamin also said that he would jerk off all of his friends in high school. He would jerk off in a circle with all of them.
Yeah. No, and let's get him talking about how much.
There is a lot of weird shit there. I don't know.
Let's get him talking about how much of a faggot Steven Crowder is, and then let's talk to Steven Crowder.
That's what I love.
Get him calling somebody a faggot.
I miss when Owen Benjamin was on YouTube and he was doing his live streams where it opens up and he's looking with like crazy eyes right at the camera and he's like, Steven Crowder's a fucking faggot. And then it's 2 hours. 2 hours of Owen Benjamin going through clips and freeze framing on Steven Crowder and going, look at his hand mannerisms. He's a fucking faggot.
Look at it.
Look at him.
Look at it. Look right there. Look right there. Pick up his coffee mug.
What does Owen Benjamin think of? See, like, let's just bring in, like, the idiot.
Oh, actually, I have a story on that. Owen Benjamin liked Nick Fuentes up until Nick Fuentes did a stream where he said, Owen Benjamin's kind of weird. And then Owen Benjamin had a hissy fit and did an entire 2-hour live stream saying how much Nick Fuentes was a Jew, because Fuentes is Jewish etymology. And he was going off about all this shit. And just saying, all this.
Well, dude, does that not make Nick Fuentes more like Hitler, though? Just to say that?
maybe it was.
I can't
What
really
was
have
funny
like
was
Jewish
that
Menominee.
it was literally
Yeah.
one snide comment, and like a 30-year-old man started he booted up his stream and started complaining about an 18-year-old at the time.
Is he medicated? Is Owen
I hope
Benjamin
not.
doing
No,
okay?
I don't think he is. I don't think he is.
I think
No.
honestly, dude, I think he has like some level of bipolar or like something.
Dwayne,
Like,
you want to
not
hear
okay.
something? You want to hear something funny? So it's not
Where
helping.
he's about to like dunk on us in his next stream, by the way. So.
It's not going to help my case, but Owen Benjamin does the turpentine remedy also.
God damn it, dude! That's not where you got this, is it? That's not where you got this, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's not where I got it. But I
don't believe this turpentine.
It was
shit.
pretty funny when I found that out. Like he's a big proponent of the turpentine remedy.
Of drinking turpentine once a week or whatever.
Yeah, just
God, that often.
Just a quart.
One little drink. One little.
Dude, doesn't
drip
the
drop.
alcohol do enough to like sanitize your insides?
I don't know. I'm not dead. That's all I can say. I'm not dead.
I also know that when anytime I question you on this, you sound like the fucking the chick who was like being like, whatever. He was like saying rape or whatever, like. You sound like someone who's fucking begging for just allowing a parasite of a retarded idea to hug you.
I mean, I'm not like an activist. I'm not a turpentine activist, but I'm a turpentine.
But you are a proponent. You donate. Also, hey, on that subject, I want to point out one more example of like this was a clear example of like fucking like what like perspective in a documentary does to like make meaning get out. But like fucking like so the part where he's watching Nick Fuentes stream for 3 hours or whatever, which is fucking par for the course for like streamers on YouTube or whatever. He
says it's crazy. He's like
yeah.
For a dizzying 3 hours. It's
yeah,
like,
no,
no,
and
bro.
then
It's like
something like, and then he makes most of his money off of people asking him to read their comments,
Yeah.
like super chats.
Yeah,
That's just a thing. That's a thing that exists. Like, so, like that was just that was an interesting example of like that's just an if you don't know, well, like then you don't know kind of thing. Like you don't. It sounds weird, but if you see what it like, you understand why it's there. But anyway, that's essentially my idea. We take some Chris Hansen, we toss in some fucking like some like wheels on the bus going round and round of like interviewing like fucking homophobia through the fucking end of like the conservatives who like actually may or may not be just like goggling knob, and then we just like bring it back to fucking Nick Fuentes. Maybe that's the crescendo of it, is the Chris Hansen interview with fucking Nick Fuentes, and the rest of it is just building up with this fucking like look into the boners of the alt-right and like just like looking at something like you could even like talk to Alex Jones about his trannies, like there's a lot of ways to go.
I feel like actually this is a decent enough idea. I feel like this had to have been made already. Like there's definitely
I totally came up with it on the spot. That's all I got.
There's got to be a sexual deviancy documentary of the alt-right at this point, because there is a lot of that really like weird shit that goes on there. So, but I haven't heard of it.
Like that is something that I would like to watch, because that's like that sounds like a 3-hour YouTube thing that I'd fucking like love.
It probably exists in that format, but yeah, honestly, I haven't seen it. So you got me on that, Brant. How are we gonna kill all of America first? How is that gonna happen?
I'm running for president.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Brant though. So like, are you waiting until you're 35?
Yes.
We're starting the first steps.
Well,
and I will start with my platform knowing well and good that as president, I will personally execute each and every member of America first.
How is this a movie, though? How is this a documentary?
We'll do it like a Boyhood. It took 12 years to make it. It'll be great.
It's not a documentary. How is it a documentary of America first?
Because I killed him at the end.
Grant, by the time that you're able to run for president, if you started like building your platform right now, you would probably be running against Nick Fuentes if my theories are adding up.
That's interesting. You could factor that would go into your documentary. It's your rival opponent.
It will take 10 years to make, and that means it will be good. And at the end of it, I'll kill every member of America first.
Okay.
Yeah, but
and I'll be president.
how?
I'll be president.
Because you'd become president. Are you running on a party? Are you running for a party thing? Or are you just going to like start?
Yeah, what party are you going to run
platform
for?
Just kill
party?
Violence first.
The Violence First Party, and their first doctrine is kill Nick Fuentes.
It's
honestly,
America
Grant,
first.
like that is close to
Kill
my
America
like
first,
master plan thing where you're just trying to bring America together for a quick spring cleaning.
It's
But it's just
Essentially my idea.
Yeah.
It was like a tweet or something where it was like, we should take like all the debts and all of like the bad credit of the world and put it on like one person, and it should have real and meaningful consequences.
A guillotine. So you're just saying guillotine for like the guy who isn't in charge.
Yeah, that was more of like a Jesus scenario. My scenario is it's violence first versus America first, and win or lose my presidential election, I will kill Nick Fuentes.
That's actually
All right,
it'll
not a
take
bad
10 years
platform.
to make
But
this
you said you were
document.
going to kill all of America first.
Well, no,
We'll have to start with him.
Well, Nick Fuentes has to be the poster child of America First, so you have to say, like, you have to make him very hateable to the American populace, and I think that's not a bad platform, honestly. Yeah, that's a winning platform in many ways. Like, I don't see a lot
Hands
of
God,
problems.
if Nick Fuentes ever runs for president, I'll fucking throw the hat into it. Just be like, listen, if you vote for me, I'll kill him on national TV. I'll beat him to death with my fists.
You'd probably
That would be
get so many. Yeah, you'd get a fair amount of votes. You get.
Brand,
a
why
fair-
don't if that's what you're gonna do? Why don't you just like do MMA instead? Just like fucking call him out.
Because MMA people don't have the power presidents do, and I would find myself.
Yeah, but the
in quite
president doesn't
hot
have the
water.
power of duels anymore.
If I took the Joe
They
Rogan
took that out
approach,
after
Brant,
Andy
if I
Jackson.
took the
Brant.
Joe Rogan approach, and
I think you should take a different approach. What if you took the Frank Hassel approach and you boogied him?
I just constantly
What
harassed him.
What if you just constantly harassed him for months and months on end, and then showed up at his house and got him to pull a gun on you? And
Do
then,
it faggot.
yeah, and then just call him a faggot and tell him to shoot you. And then when
My
he tries
GoPro
to,
on.
but bring a gun this time. But actually bring a gun, and when he tries to shoot you, shoot him back. Like dodge
Like when he
out of
does like
way,
the warning
and
shot,
then
I just like shoot him in the knees. Just,
Honestly, if you really want to kill him, Brant, just try to fuck him. He'll lower his guard, then kill him.
Just do a basic instinct and have the ice pick with you when you're
Yeah,
fighting him, though.
Yeah, it's very simple. Very
Yeah.
You
simple.
think I would look good with cat ears? You think I would?
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, no. The cat ears could be armed.
You'd be the bear cat. Yeah, definitely.
I'm the panther.
Yeah.
I'm the
I'm
tiger.
a lion roar.
We could.
Would you like to touch the lion's mane?
Yeah. No, you could be in America First. I think you'd be no problem. You could actually replace Beardson, probably.
You could be the throat goat of America first.
Yeah, you
Fight
could be
yourself today.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you get into America First. That's how you
kill
get into the
Beardson
base.
and take his place.
You take Beardson's
Just
place.
suck your way to the top.
Yeah, suck your way to the top and then ice pick Nick Fuentes in the fucking eye. Just kill him. Yeah.
Right as he's coming,
I
if you
kill
want to be based about
Beardson,
it.
and then I just
Awesome.
replace him. They'll never notice because of the beard. I think that's the only defining feature of his anyways.
That's
I
it.
kill
It's
him,
literally-
replace
it's
him.
literally his name. Yeah.
And on their next like big suck and fuck meetup, I just bring ice pick with me. Just get Nick in the back of the head. Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you
It's
go.
like, I'm the dog.
And Brand,
now.
like you could like
We're all
fucking
ice
probably
up.
get a bunch of them together and do an Illuminati suck and fuck, and just like drug the water and just take them out, and just do like a full Mandy situation where they're all fucking drowning and you're swimming, and you just take them out with a chainsaw.
And I'm just walking. No, I still have the ice pick. I just walk around.
I feel like Brant's gonna open up the closet in Nick Fuentes' room, and he's gonna like pop the wrong like cork, and it's gonna come as just gonna like just start gushing out, and it's gonna flood the halls.
Like
and
the elevator from The Shining.
Yeah, the elevator from The Shining.
Blood,
And it's just,
equally coppery smelling.
yeah, I feel like you need to have a contingency plan in case that happens. So.
Rows of cum. Yeah, like the cum.
Yeah, you gotta
containment.
have like a fucking wetsuit or something.
In Nick's last moment, he sees me walking through with the ice pick, killing off all of his people, and he shatters the cum tank in the back of his closet at the last moment, drowning in the process. And as I'm like, "What's this leaking
also, though-
underneath the closet?" And I just open the door.
Yeah, no, but Brant, if you are a cat girl at this point, like you will already have on some skin tight leather, so you should be able
I'm
to
not a
swim
cat
He'll be
girl.
well.
I'm a
waterproof.
cat man.
I was gonna say that Brant's Gimp costume would probably be like it's gonna just be like like Green Man but black. It'll be like a leathery Green Man, and it's gonna be very waterproof probably. So you'll already be set when the cum.
Brant, you will probably be the first person in a while who sucked Nick Fuentes' dick in blackface if you did that. You know, like fucking like if you that's a good move to get you in with the all right.
You could wear the
Suck
Donda
dick
mask
in blackface.
Brant, you could wear the Donda mask while you suck off Nick Fuentes. You could wear
You wear an Obama mask.
Yeah. Or what's that Donda that Kanye thing? The Kanye mask. You could wear that and suck Nick Fuentes off.
If it's the same,
And then you could just kill. So I honestly think that's your best method. If you want to kill them all, just like go through their dicks.
Is that the movie, Brant? Is that your pitch?
I like the ending.
Off?
Has to be that. It has to be that I'm just as I'm killing all of his America First people, he runs into his closet and shatters the cum tank, drowning in the process, and then like the credits are me like as I'm punching in the number or whatever slowly, the thing just opens and it's just a torrent of cum just carries me away.
Okay.
The cartoon that plays before
Fades
the
to black
movie,
on my broken body.
The cartoon that plays before the movie should be the fucking like Lord Farquaad cum scar video. Just play
that's
that.
a good one.
Just to bring people in.
I don't know that
Want
one.
me to resend that video for you? Yeah, it's
Resend the video because that one's important.
Cum scar.
Lord, it's Lord Farquaad.
Well, give me the
singing
cum scars.
song.
Yeah.
Give me
The one where Lord Farquaad is just.
I know that's a Shrek character. That's a you're talking about a Shrek
Cats
character.
didn't watch this video. This is one of the best videos Brant has ever sent.
Yeah, it's
I might have seen it and I just don't know what you're talking about, but I don't know.
It's Lord Farquaad singing the cum song.
And it gets more weird the long. It's like fucking 3 minutes long in every.
First I slurp cum, then I burp cum.
cum.
It doesn't sound familiar.
That's
actually.
fucking. That's at the end.
Okay.
That's like the one straight up joke in the whole thing.
Okay.
Come all ye faithful.
My movie is New Gladiators. We haven't had a trauma movie yet, so there we go. Fuck you guys.
Hey, wait, we didn't do the thing yet.
Well,
I did.
Dwayne, you're the winner. Brant's idea got better, but I'm sorry. Like
at the end of the day, it's just me killing Nick Fuentes, so I can't get away from that.
Yeah.
It's just not a bad idea.
I don't.
No, it's not a
Truly,
terrible
I just-
idea. But
Is this the most liberal
funny.
podcast we've ever done?
yeah, we're literally like right wing watch right now. We're like we're like the
You are the right wing watchdog. Bark,
yeah,
bark.
we're ACLU. We're doing the ACLU stream for free right now. We're literally Jannies.
Yeah, no, fucking, like, somebody call, like, this is probably going to be our most viewed video ever because it's going to get boosted by fucking, the company that George Soros. So. Media Matters.
There you go. I haven't seen it. No, keep it up. Keep it up. It's fun.
No, it's in Hack. You can
Okay,
watch it.
I'll watch it. That's great.
No, that's required reading. It goes a lot of places from there.
Brant, what's the movie called again?
It's New Gladiators. You can watch it on Amazon currently. It's a trauma movie, but as much as I've seen, there's not a ton of
before you explain the film, I just want to point out the fact that you recommend a lot of movies from Amazon. Like, I just want to know if like Bezos is in any way like involved.
They have a lot of cheap. They have a lot of cheap
bad.
trash.
This looks very
It's a
bad.
trauma movie.
Are you sure it's a trauma movie?
Yeah, it's a trauma.
What's it called? New
It's from the
Gladiators?
70s. Or no, wait, no,
trauma.
I'm looking at the wrong thing. It's from the 80s, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, it says trauma in the openings. It's
I thought you said it was a trauma movie, and I was like, oh.
It's but no, it's it looks stupid. It looks bad. It looks like something I like. I was. What else? Do you guys want to watch? Like,
It has
something?
Fred Williamson in it.
Yeah, it looks fine. Personally, I think it looks okay. I don't think it looks
That's the only
that
person
bad.
I know in this, but I like the cover.
It's either this or Species 2, so it's like.
I haven't
Or
seen
Crank.
Species 1 in a while, so I feel like.
Or we could do Crank. Do you guys want to watch
What's
a
a
bad action movie. No, I want to watch.
Crank's fun.
Yeah, I like
fun.
Crank. I like Crank
No, we're
2
watching
more.
New Gladiators.
Crank 2 is a great,
New
great
Gladiators.
film.
All right.
Fuck you guys. Yeah, it's.
There's a lot of different names on this movie. It's also called Rome 2033, the Fighter Centurions. It's also called Warriors of the Year 2072. And
Talia
it's also
Minucci.
called The New Gladiators.
Penny Brown, Donald O'Brien, Fred Williamson. Wow, what a star-studded cast.
Fred Williamson's the only person I know.
Brant, so like that, I like the movie choice. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Brant, what do you think about abortion?
I don't really care. I think it's not a good thing, but it's like whatever.
You think abortion's not a good thing? Just wanted to make sure we could anti-liberal this podcast just a little bit. Just to fucking throw some
Dwayne,
flags.
if you want to anti-liberal it, me and Brant already sig heiled once during this entire podcast.
He tried to talk me into it.
Yeah.
And I pulled a little loose.
And now you're asking. I know you're asking Brant about abortion. I think we need to.
You want my take?
Give us
you want my take?
No, I already told you. Like, I think I already did. I did it at one point when I was like.
I think abortion is fine as long as the mother can live with the weight of the dead souls of her children. That's fine. Then I don't care as long as they can live with the guilt.
Well, I mean, how long can you live with the dead souls of your cum?
If my sheets are any indicator, quite a while. But yeah.